Howdy everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to go deep into the weeds on optics mounting a red dot using the OEM plate for the Mac 9DS line of pistols. I have right here one of our 5-inch duty comp models. This has a chunk port on there, and I just mounted a Holosun 509T. Correction, it's a 508T, not a 509. The 508s have the RMR footprint. It is a 508T. I misspoke. My apologies. Back to the video. And the reason I did so is because I just got these guns in. These are my sample guns, and full disclaimer, I'm still currently employed by SDS Arms. But this weekend we are doing a range event, and I am partnered with Holosun. So we will be featuring Holosun optics on our guns this weekend at the range event that I am doing. So I wanted to really dive deep and give you guys the nuts and the bolts of mounting the OEM plate that comes with the guns, and mounting those to the gun and then the optic to the plate. Now, every single Mac 9DS for the new 2025 models comes with an Agency AOS Plate system, right? So any Agency AOS plate you can mount on here. So if you want to go aftermarket, C&H Precision has some options, Delta Point Pro, Acro, whatever. But the plate, the OEM plate that comes with the gun is for an RMR optic. Holosun 507s, 407, 509Ts all use that same footprint for the most part. So we're going to dive deep into mounting these things. I'm going to kind of show you guys some aftermarket stuff or some aftermarket screws that you can use. We're going to go into thread pitches, mounting, and all that stuff to give you guys kind of an idea of what you can expect when you mount this or you mount any optic to any of the Mac 9DSs. Everything laid out on the mat is what we're going to use. On the right side, we have our OEM screws, plates, everything else. And on the left side, we have some aftermarket stuff that we're going to talk about, and then that's what we are going to install. On the right, you can see our plate up at the top. We have our 4 sets of screws. The top 3 have the blue nylon insert that is provided by Mac in the bag, so that is great. The 2 screws at the bottom, you actually come installed that attach the top cover, the top plate onto the gun. You are going to need those screws to install the plate. You can see the blue Loctite at the bottom, and then I have a 2mm Allen head wrench that I have. I chose not to use the one that came in the bag. We have our cleaner and degreaser. I've got some Slip 2000 that I've been using, and then on the left side we have some aftermarket stuff that we're going to be using. Up top, we have our optic, and then we have our 2 different sizes of optic screws that came with the optic. At the bottom, we have our C&H Precision. That is their screws that they use to attach their plate to the slide. We're not going to use those, but I did want to show y'all. And then on the left, we have our torque wrench because we need to make sure everything is torqued down to the proper spec. The first thing that we are going to do, and I did this much prior to the installation videos, we're going to actually clean the optic screws and then the pocket. We just want to make sure that there is no lubricant or anything that can prevent the Loctite or the nylon inserts from really doing our job. So spray a little bit of Slip 2000 in there, and then I like to get the Q-tip all the way into those screw holes, kind of screw it down and get any type of lubricant or any type of solvent that came from the factory out of the gun before we do any type of install. We're going to take a clean optics plate and we're going to put the rear in first. There is a dovetail on the AOS plate system. We're going to put the rear in first and then rock it forward, and that should sit right in. From there, we are going to take the 2 648 screws that came installed on the top cover that mount the top cover to the slide. We're going to take those screws, put a little bit of blue thread locker on there, and then we're going to use those 2 screws and only those 2 screws to mount the plate to the slide. You can only use the OEM screws that come pre-installed on the top cover to mount the optics plate to the slide. We're going to take that 2mm Allen head key and we're going to tighten everything down as close as we can, and then we're going to come back and we're going to get it as tight as we can. You don't want to over tighten the screws because you might strip the head or strip the threads, but I do not have a 2mm bit that I can use with my torque wrench, so I had to use the Allen head key to get as good as I can. A quick tip: if for whatever reason with an Allen head screw you begin to have issues or strip something out, you can transition over to a Torx head bit that will fit into the head, and you think that's a T8 Torx, and we're going to use that to screw those last fasteners in to make sure that the plate is mounted securely onto the slide. We're next going to take our optic and we're going to drop it directly on top of the plate, making sure that there are no gaps from the bottom of the optic to the top of the plate. When it comes to figuring out what screws to use to mount the optic to the plate, most plates, even the OEM plate, will really only give you 2 to 3 threads of engagement from that screw. I believe the OEM has about 2.5, no more than 3 threads of engagement. So take the screw that you think you might want to use, put it into the hole of the optic, and look underneath and see if you have somewhere between 2 to 2.5, maybe 3 threads of engagement. If it is too long, then those screws are going to bottom out and you're not going to get a tight fit. If the screws are not long enough, then you're not going to get enough thread engagement, and that optic could potentially fail prematurely. So make sure you use the right screw length based off of the optic plate. So using a T10 Torx bit, because we are using the screws that came with the optic, the reason we are doing that is because I prefer a Torx head over an Allen, due to the fact of if I want to make any changes or unscrew or swap optics out, I can do so without fear of stripping out any head. So a Torx bit is much stronger, and it allows for much easier removal of any type of screw. So we're going to put those screws in, screw everything down, and make sure that it is torqued to the proper spec. Most optics, most screws, plates ask anywhere between 12 to 15 inch-pounds. I have already my stuff set at 14 inch-pounds, so we're going to use our fat wrench, and then we're going to tighten everything down until we feel and hear that click. Once that is done, I'm going to take a silver Sharpie and put in some witness marks as an insurance policy and a visual indicator to see if those screws ever start to back out once we start to use the firearm. Guys, I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any questions, put them down in the comment section below. But yeah, I'm excited to put this gun through its paces. I'm going to do a round count on it. And then I'll probably do some other videos on there: accuracy, recoil management, do compensators really make that much of a difference, and nines. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has been really helpful for y'all. Guys, thank you so much. Be safe, be smart, be skilled. Catch you on the next video.